Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Respect the Game, a lit podcast. Today we have Nate, Darwin, Janasia, Rasheen, and Ronald.
He from Ronald. Nah. Ronald when I get in trouble. Alright, so like today we're just gonna have a general conversation on what have now that y'all's life has changed, what do you see different when you outside and see people doing stuff? How did that change your perspective now that you doing some other things?
A lot of stuff be corny now. It'd be like you look at something and it's just like corny, but it's like if you speak on it, it'd be like you're a hypocrite when you did most of the same stuff.
But do you think that's leadership when you're able to go back and let them know like that?
Yeah, to a certain extent, because you got the hard head ones that, well, you did it. You was doing it.
But yours, the difference now is sometimes we do stuff without knowledge, and then when the knowledge comes, we make different choices. So at least now y'all putting that knowledge out there, like, yo, you can be different. I know I did it. Like I always tell people, I may not condone what you're doing, but I understand why you do it.
That's her.
And you know what kind of like frustrates me is like you can go out and tell people like they not gonna listen. It's like they gotta get in trouble to change. Like why would you wait to that late to change? You know what I mean?
So why we waited that late? Yeah. I mean, I ain't even gonna hold you.
I'm talking about like somebody might get 20, 25 years and they want to change. Not no like 2-3 years. See, like 2-3 years, motherfucker. Now they got 25 faces
because
like
y'all
some numbers.
fucking around.
It's like
we tearing the city up. They're not fucking around.
And they got like worse over there. So like
That's going football.
You know they play.
They not trying to get that.
So how y'all think it got worse? Like y'all was outside, y'all did y'all thing.
Social media,
and then like
social media.
They go back from like generations. You feel me? Like
no, it don't.
Not like go back, but like like
you was not a kid killer.
I'm saying like
they're fucking babies, like kids.
You know when they think about all the old heads, like I'm gonna do it better. I'm gonna do better. That's what I mean.
They don't have no old heads. A lot of these young boys got control over the old heads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, old heads didn't do what they were supposed to do, so now they out there just looking dumb, still trying to hang around them.
They're nothing.
So you think there's some of the old heads that are out there just trying to belong? Do you think they weren't the top tier people? They just the ones that's just left behind. So now they feeling like I'm somebody now, but they really ain't nobodies.
Yeah, you ain't nobody.
Yeah,
that's what it really is.
They be thinking just because they got bread, they doing this, that, and the third. Like by the end of the day, like what you doing for the community though, for real. Like you know what I mean? Like you may be supplying niggas, but what you actually doing for the community? Like you know what I mean? You can't.
What are you actually doing for the youth in the community? Like how you want to say you an old head, but you don't even care about your community. You don't care about, like I'm pretty sure all them old heads that think they old heads now had an old head that cared about them. And okay, instead of giving him the pack, okay, you go to the basketball court and it ain't your time yet.
Yeah. I remember them days where I seen people who had a lot of skills. They weren't allowed to be outside.
Exactly.
That's like what Mace was saying.
Valuable.
Like what Mace was saying on their podcast about Jay Prince. He like, yo, like if that's your young boy, you should be telling him he out of pocket, not condoning what he got going on. And that's what's going on now. Like you got young niggas that do stuff, and then the old head back it instead of like, nah, bro. Like when we was young, we'd get the beef with down bottom or over north. Like our old head like, yo, we getting money up here. Everything y'all doing is gonna affect everybody. So y'all got dead that. You know what I mean? And what we do, dead it. Now, oh man, you don't know what y'all talking about. And they keep doing on. Or it'd be the old heads that are like, nah, giving them guns. Yeah, go.
Because they scared.
Like you said, like she said, they're scared. Yeah. So they gonna do anything.
They're gonna portray it as an old head, but they're not gonna step. They're gonna be like, yes, man. Like, the young man come up like, I'm ready to go spin. Like, go ahead, bro. All right, here, take this. Instead of saying, nah, bro, you tripping. Because they scared that the motherfucker going switch up on them. And where is it? It's like,
But I mean, like listening, but that's maturity right now. Like when I'm listening to y'all speak, it's a thing now is like y'all in a position now to be leaders by your actions. So believe it or not, there's some people that are watching y'all that y'all don't know, and they changing their lives around. Like I met somebody today, and they mentioned your name. It was a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing. It was a good thing though. But it was a good thing. And then I ran into a young man yesterday at Ferris, and he really appreciated when y'all came in there and spoke with him. You know, he said that was powerful. So, like, you was there, tell him about that experience, how it felt about giving back.
Nah, I definitely, like, cause I see myself in them, like, in that room for like, I remember when somebody came there and had to talk to me, you feel me? But I was just like them, like, I ain't want to listen. So you gotta go through shit like that.
Do you think going back more and more, delivering that message, will get more and more people to realize, man, we need to switch it up?
Definitely, because they gonna need it. Especially how it is now, the way they was talking, they definitely gonna need it. Definitely gotta keep it going. You gotta be consistent. You can't just do one, you feel me? One time and think it's gonna change.
You can't just keep talking to them. You gotta interact with them. You gotta build like it's something there. You gotta let them know like you care. You can't just keep on talking to them and just keep leaving. Like,
and you got like, to me, you gotta have patience. Like
that's what it is.
I pay attention to. It's like gardening in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like my grandma, her yard nice and shit. She stayed in the shit, and so it's like when you dealing with the youth, it's like gardening. You gotta have that patience because every time you go and talk and interact, you planting seeds, but same way you plant the seeds for a garden, you gotta come back and water. Yeah. You still gotta talk to the plants. People think you go crazy if you talk, but they living organisms. They still listen and feel the vibrations. But so it's like you gotta keep interacting for that growth and development to work. If you just gonna go talk once in a blue moon or when it's convenient or good for your organization, that's not good. Then the young niggas that they ain't stupid. They just do stupid shit, but they ain't stupid. So they see that and like, man, they ain't worrying about us. They only come here and there. You know what I mean? They ain't coming every day or not, or every week. You know what I mean?
Every other week, and like every other week anywhere. So it's something that they're gonna get prepared for. Exactly. Oh, it's Thursday. Like they come in the middle, the boy, the big brother who coming. He's gonna we ready to put up our burgers under the bed. You know, you getting ready for the day. You getting ready for something that you know that something that you want to enjoy, something that's going to entertain you, something that you look forward to. You're not looking forward to somebody coming. Oh, we got a speaker. Line up.
And then they want to hear like, I know me. I want to hear like the real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nobody want to hear like, all right, we're gonna preach change, but at the end of the day, we're gonna talk about right now, so you can. Like, if I have
that's
a young,
that's what it was. Yeah. That's what I had.
You gotta have the young niggas.
That's what we gotta have right now.
You gotta have them like where their mind at right now.
Right now,
and like
back in the day, you know.
And get to see how they with their mistakes are like. How you way of thinking is like, you know what I mean? Like, what you think is wrong with that? Like, you said you would do this, but
and they still got
where you would go after that?
They still got to understand that we are still transitioning as well.
Mm-hmm.
We are not fully changed. We are not fully there. We are transitioning. So we all put ourselves in positions where any given time it could be our time to get called or getting built. Like either way it go. So we still transitioning too.
But I think the growth part in you saying that is that you're aware that you're transitioning and things can go left.
Yeah. And
you know, we not
any given day, man, you just gotta be prepared.
It's not even being prepared. You just gotta respect it.
Be
you gotta
aware.
Understand it.
Yeah,
you gotta understand
it. You gotta be aware. You gotta prepare all that. Like you gotta.
And the other part of that is,
and you gotta have accountability. That self accountability.
That's it. You definitely gotta accept
yourself.
Sure. Explain that.
If you're gonna do anything, don't put the blame on this person. Don't put the blame on that person. Don't put the blame on the time, the place. Oh, this happened because that. No, it happened because you did it. You wanted to do it, and now what you gonna do about it?
I think that's the biggest issue. Not
is accountability.
What accountability is, I think society's now taking accountability off a lot of people, and they try to put the narrative out there or your dad wasn't around. Your community didn't.
Yeah, mental health and that motherfucking slept.
I mean, at the end of the day, and that's why every holy doctrine was brought down. Motherfuckers know right from wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So you really can't blame it on circumstances. You can in so much, but you still gotta blame because you know right from wrong. You know what to do right and what to do, you know what I mean, what to do wrong. So it's like it's really no excuse. So it's like she says, like a realized self accountability, but also it is a lack of resources where the powers that be know this and they know how people are going to think and react to certain situations. You know what I mean? And that's why like social media is a 20,000 year evolution of when Caesar motherfucking started the Colosseum. You know what I mean? So when you got a bunch of poor people, or people that's, you know what I mean, struggling, entertain them. You know what I mean? Keep their mind off of that struggle, and you gonna have it. You gonna have their mind.
So they think long as they are entertained, they're not gonna really try to solve the real issue.
Because their dopamine level is getting pushed by grabbing that phone. They know damn it be something, and I'm gonna say this right now. I'll be tricking with some girls around every first of the month because they be needing some rent money. But they'll get on social media and you wouldn't even know that. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, real shit, because they get on social media. They get on, yeah. So so boom. But what they do is they get on social media to alleviate with their troubles. You feel what I'm saying? It's a drug that alleviate their troubles and not knowing damn well they got their bills to come up.
No,
and to do anything for it.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy because that's crazy. Real shit. Like social media is like something.
And
else.
And that's what
it's to the point where
it's like another word. It's another world.
It's not even another world. It's like you just know if you put it on social media, it's getting out there.
You know the sad part? You know the sad part about social media? Nobody ever goes back to see if it's true or false.
And you know what that's what I was getting at, because somebody post a body of somebody laid the fuck out dead, and it'll get within 5 minutes the whole fucking city of Wilmington know it's a body on such and such block. Check on your folks, and then it'll be one broken heart. You didn't even let this person get pronounced dead or nothing. You didn't even let them get identified.
But something good and positive, they won't spread it.
Why you think it's like that?
I don't know.
Because it's
I'll be thinking about that too. Like, it's so crazy how that works. Like,
it is crazy because I could post like a turn up. Oh, we getting drunk. Da 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 da. It's going to go viral. Oh yeah, they getting drunk. But let me post it.
But the minute you talk about some type of voting or something,
we're gonna go feed the homeless. We're gonna go here
because it's
get back to the kids.
It goes back to what a couple weeks ago. Social norms, like the positive stuff isn't stuff that's frequently talked about in certain circles and certain blocks on certain sides of town. So when you post certain positive stuff like, yeah, city council meeting, the topic is this, that, and the third, come on out. Ain't nobody reposting it, ain't nobody coming. The minute you say, like she said, it's a turn up, but repost, I mean, so it's like, y'all posting stuff that ain't beneficial. It's fun for that moment, but it ain't beneficial for the long run, and people wonder why we go through the things we go through in the hood.
So you talking about beneficial, and it's something, because I read a lot too, right? Every scripture, no matter whatever your belief system is, talk about all the things that are beneficial for you to have a prosperous life, but don't nobody want to follow. Everybody want to do the quick thing. They think that they living. Because I know people...
Fun over power.
Say that again?
Fun over power. Over power. I can't get the word. It's like responsibility speaking. That's what it is. Everybody want to have fun, nobody want to have responsibility.
And that's what I was saying before, like, that fun is an alleviation of reality.
It's like
you know what I mean?
Dopamine, like the rush, the adrenaline rush.
So it's like, if I go get high, go get a drink, and turn up this Wednesday night, that's going to take me off of the fact that I got bills coming the next week.
Or I got work on Thursday.
Yeah. I got bills coming the next week, and I know I ain't really got the money, but I got the money to go turn up. That.
And what about?
And I know people like that. I know people like that that's going to go buy a bottle and you know you just got your electric bill in the mail.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's just
they get the electric bill in the mail. It might be like $600-700, but they'll go buy the bottle to take their mind off of the fact that they got
the electric bill.
But it's still there.
And you just spent $60 after the went to your electric bill on the bottle.
Yeah, I know how.
I don't know. Because I mean I ain't gonna be the one to judge because I done been there like fuck yeah, I'm getting drunk. I'm not doing that, I'm not dealing with it. I have fun when I get drunk. I'm not dealing with the shit right now. I deal with it when I'm sober again.
How do you, what made you change that mindset? Like when you realized, like, man, no matter what I do, that situation's still sitting there waiting on me.
Life be life, and when I realized that I'm not gonna be comfortable at my mom's crib, that's when I'm like, yeah,
that's what it is, still comfortability.
Comfortability. Like I had to stay there. I was not comfortable there.
Yeah.
Not comfortable there. I had to make some shit shake and I had to do it and I gonna make sure that I'm not going back there. I'm not gonna put myself in that situation.
And they was talking about the Jews and why they are the way they are when it comes to money and business. And they said that everything that they do is the setup for the next few generations. You know what I'm saying? It's like the stuff we do it for them and for ourselves. We don't even think about our kids.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and that's where like our communities and us being black, that's where we kind of like we can't prosper because we not worrying about the future for real. We only worry about what's got going on right now.
We don't even worry about today. We worry about this hour.
This second.
You know what I mean?
And that's why and it's crazy. After I seen that, I sent back and think like, that's what they do. They set themselves up for generations. So it's like, and that's why.
Because you know why they cool with the going. If you go look at Arab, you go look at the Chinese people. They all wear Goodwill clothes like old AirPod style shirts, dingy jeans and shit, and they make all that fucking cash.
But they put their cash where that cash grows.
They yeah, like
get the cheapest shit.
And the thing that messes up, it's that slavery really messed us up because we always like behind closed doors in the back of our mind, we try to fit in with the white folks. And we try to do what they do, and we only have the money for it or the time for it. We just want to be like them because we've been seeing them prosper in a certain way. Instead of trying to do like them and get our money right, we just want to live like them. Get a nice car, nice clothes and shit like that.
Like this was maybe the 60s, 70s. So it was always a mindset, and I never agreed with it. It always said, look like $1 million before you can get the $1 million, which doesn't make no sense.
Yeah,
that's dumb because now you're spending all this money to look like something that you don't have.
And people with millions of dollars
don't look like
that.
They just come over with a thong flop, round one.
Look at Alan Sandler.
A red shirt.
Alan Sandler don't just come out anyway. Yeah, he just put shit on.
Shorts, all of them, like, you feel me?
Cause we was at a event Saturday, and they was at the table. This guy walked by. I went to school with him. We sitting there talking, right? Shook hands. He gave him the card and everything. When the guy walked away, I said, "You know, you just shook a millionaire's hand." And he looked at me. He said, "He's like a regular person." He is a regular person, but he was just smart. He owned multiple businesses. You know what I mean? And he understands all of that. And he wants to teach it. But the problem is, I notice in our community, as soon as we get a little bit of the bag, we stop doing what we did to get the bag.
They don't keep it flowing. Start blowing that shit.
Well, money.
Why you think there's no sustainability in our community? Like you see somebody with a nice store be popping, and then they going out of business. Or you go in there, it'd be nice at first when you go in there, you start going in, the shelves look crazy.
Cause you got some people to learn, you got some people who ain't feeling like, cause I wasn't taught like saving and all that type shit, you feel me? Like, so once I seen it, like, I'm going straight from the streets, jail, adulthood. Like I came home, it was life. Like you on your own. You feel me? So like you got help. And you got like that help, like when your mom or dad, you feel me, they still in your life, but they don't let you do nothing. And they still like, you still living in their crib, you be comfortable. You ain't gonna move. I'm gonna go work this. I got 1,500 I got paid, you feel me? They ain't asking for nothing. I'm gonna blow this. You feel me? Every month it's gonna be the same thing, same thing.
Do you think we all this?
This month?
He's coming in the middle of things. Do you think that we cater to our youth too much far as don't worry about it, just give it to them. We don't want them to feel bad. We want everybody to get something. Nobody had to earn it.
Yeah, especially now. Like, especially now.
I think now I'm going off myself. Like my nephew, my cousin and my sister be calling, but they be like, yo, you gotta talk to one thing. Like what's up? Like, you feel me? Like, he wanna be like you. Like, the old me, he swear he know, and that's what he try to live up to. Instead of like, you feel me? This, I be telling him, go to school. I'm gonna buy you whatever you choose, all that. I'm gonna make sure you feel me. But he won't listen to music. He want to swear he won't be on the street. You feel me? Fighting and all that. Teachers and I'm like, yo, like, you gotta chill, like. But that's what goes to show you, like, you really gotta talk. You really gotta be consistent. Cause some of these motherfuckers don't got father figures, brother figures, like.
Then you gotta understand, like,
or mom figure, like sisters. You feel me? Like they.
And you gotta look at the ratio of the time. Out of 24 hours of the day, majority of the time is on their phone. They're not really under nobody with somebody talking to them, guiding them
like even
for too long. So it's like, so it's like, you got an hour of me sitting my nephew down talking to him versus him with his friends, which is damn near all day. Him on his phone, him listening to music. All that time overpowers me just with that hour.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's why I see why some parents put their kids in certain activities throughout the day. As soon as you get out of school, you going to this. As soon as after that's over, you going to this. All the way up until 8 o'clock till you come in this house. When you get in this house, get in the shower, eat. You know what I mean? You get probably like an hour screen time, whether it's TV or the joint, and you going to sleep. You got to know how to, it's the time management. And that also once you get time management, that's where you be able to, you know what I mean, financial, but time management is everything because wherever you spend your most time at, that's what you're going to become.
And it's something because.
And that's true because my nephew, as soon as he get out of school, goes straight to his iPad. And he's starting to act like them fucking white kids on that YouTube. and it's like, I really can't, I don't know what to say because he's learning, but he's like, who the fuck are you talking to?
And they don't got no social skills, like.
At all. It's just
like, when I was a kid, I might see a man who was little at the beach. He my friend from the rip. Hey, mom, this is my friend right here. Now they just, these kids like just,
They don't know nothing.
I don't know him.
They don't know you enough for that.
Like, none of that. He just sit right here the whole time and just look at you. But, I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because, like, if you keep coming around, then he'll open up to you. Like, or, like, if you have an interaction with him, like, okay, let's play the basketball or something. Yeah. He's going to know you. But other than that, ain't nothing. Get out his face, ain't nothing. Get your child, all that.
Like, I struggle with understanding, and because I always question people when I used to do conflict resolution, and it was like people make a statement and it'd be like, "What happened? Oh, ain't nothing really happened." But bro said, "If you get out my face, you don't know me like that." But instead of just, well, what's going on? Both y'all get defensive and then start saying like, "Oh, this what it is. What type time you don't know? What type time you want?" The next thing you know, y'all in the beef instead of just like what happened?
And that's why I think like, kids, even and older people, should be taught emotional intelligence. Meaning like when like for conflict resolution, you got to implement emotional intelligence because if me and you have a conflict, we have to identify what emotions that we both are undertaking at that moment. Once you say something, and I gotta let myself know as well as you know, okay, how I'm feeling right now. I was mad. You know what I mean? So why was you mad? Woo woo. So you will be able to understand yourself better and the other person. But it's hard. Like people think, and Charleston White said this, and even though he be saying some crazy stuff, he be saying some real stuff like, you are entitled to your feelings, but that don't make it right. And a lot of people are so egotistical, they think that their feelings are law. It's not law. That's just how you feel. That's not right. You know what I mean? Just because that person says something, it ain't that deep. You know what I mean? Take the punches and roll with it. You know what I mean? And that's where these kids be messed up at, because they automatically think everything is on go time.
So you think that some of that comes from these?
And sometimes like it can be the deliverance, or sometimes it can just be like the norm, because like I was just sitting there, mind my business on the phone, looked up, I seen two pretty little girls walking down the street. I'm looking, what? Now I'm like, chill. I just had to just laugh like, yeah.
It's funny because,
and people be saying that though. Like if I'm walking in the mall with my friends or something, they be like, "Well, why she staring at you, baby? Look, my hair down my back. That's what she's staring at." And it really be, but sometimes it'll just be like, she know me or something. I mean, this depends on.
So where do you think this tough mentality came from? Do you think they gotta talk tough?
It's something in the air.
I came home, it was tough. Like
Trump put something in the air.
He put some of that stimulus.
You know, it's so crazy, and as crazy as it may sound, it's the truth. It's these phones, the radiation that these phones give off, that 5G shit.
Social media.
They say that 5G, and that's why they say this right here is better than the AirPods, because that radiation is messing our brains up. So, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, everybody now, ain't even self-preservation anymore. It's just everything is just selfish. It's just me. I'm not even worrying about shit. You know what I mean?
I feel entitled. Me,
like when I just was in McDonald's, I'm like, I just every time I go out, I observe people, and everybody's just worried about themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Like
that's like now I get the joke, like you gotta help who you can help. Worry about yourself.
Yeah.
That's for like the world, like what we live in now. As soon as you can't, cause you ain't gonna be able to help everybody. You only gonna be able to help the ones you can help. You feel me? Or the ones that want to be helped.
Let me tell you, I learned that lesson, and I tell people when we did the call, I learned that lesson with a guy that I never forget, because somebody had got shot over in the bucket, and you know how everybody be around, and I'm over there, and the guy's laying on the ground like he was about ready to transition, right? And I watched the young boy just step over top of his body. He said, that's one less thing I got to worry about. I got to get this money. And he's trying to push product while my man laying there taking his last breath. And then I seen him, like, I would see him all the time. Like, he went through a car windshield, had a big scar, like all this stuff, right? And I had to tell him one day, say, yo, my man, you don't have no fear. That's not natural. Like, we all of us, even if we don't admit it, we all got fear of something. But those fears keep us balanced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't have none. And he had it rough. You know, I done seen guns pulled out on him, and he just look at him. Like, bro, like, you can live past this moment. But he thought that's what it was. He just wanted to be out there. But why? Like, but then I started meeting his family and see where his family was struggling. So he never seen anything positive. But a lot of these kids today, they live in good situations. But like you said, they be on the phone, so now they thinking, I'm that.
But, I mean, they've been good situations. Like, for, like, food, clothes, and stuff like that, that's good, but we talk about, like, psychological. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what they going through, a lot of these kids don't have no dad or dad present. So they're around their mom, and their mom out being Megan Thee Stallion. So it's like the phones and the iPads is raising them. You feel what I'm saying? And their friends is raising them. That's why they like this game culture now is a little bit more deeper than it was, because like this is my family. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not listening to my mom. My mom ain't even she give me clothes. Reason being, she probably put these nice clothes on me so she could post me and say how well that she taken care of, but she not doing it out of motherly nurturing.
So
You know what I
take
mean?
that picture, she's gonna take
Yeah, go ahead. You know what I mean? Or my kids, this, you know what I mean? So it's like it's not no proper parenting going on.
It's really not.
You know what I mean? You know what busts me? My grandma used to do when I was young. When I get out of school, I'm not going nowhere. She sit me down at that table. They ain't doing that now. They ain't doing that. These kids ain't even got book bags.
They don't have books.
Oh, man. You're not sitting down with your child.
Yeah.
You can sit down with your child and they can learn something off the iPad. ABC Mouse, all that.
Just sit down with them.
Shit like that. That teaches kids too. I mean, not even kids that young. We're talking about the older kids, but like, damn, something gotta give.
And then the parents, first thing when they kids start acting out, oh, he bad, he this, that, and third, but it comes from you. Kids is only gonna develop to what they are based off of how their parents are raising them. So it's like the first thing you say, oh, I wash my hair, I threw my hands up with him, he just don't listen to me. Nah, he don't respect you, or she don't respect you because you're not giving the proper parenting to him. And then the dad not around me, and that's where dad's coming at, because as a dad, you gotta instill fear, and you gotta instill some type of structure.
And fear, that's healthy fear though.
Oh, yeah, healthy fear.
Because I tell people, like, now, everybody go out in the streets, they know the chances that they take, right? So,
They know, but it's crazy. Like, my fault for cutting you off. They know, but their arrogance leads them to think that it can't happen to them.
So that's how I was very finished with. They know about certain things, but they don't truly understand all the effects it's going to have. Because a lot of people now, they get booked, only got that, that's all they can do. But you don't understand all the other stuff that come with that.
Like, we was talking about the old head around my way. He just got booked like last week with a gun. Well, he ain't get caught with a gun, but he got a gun and drugs. And his bail, $250,000. We was talking about that last night. I said, yo, you gotta understand, this nigga been getting in trouble with the law since the 80s. They ain't gonna play with him.
No.
That's why they made his bail that high. He done beat cases that was high profile. They are not gonna play with him. So, like, that's why I tell young boys, like, you rack that jacket up when you want, if you want. And I learned this my last case, and this is why, like, I'll be scared to death. I ask people to get my car. You dirty, whatever. Even when they play, yo, get out my car.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. Get out my car. You know what I mean? Like, no, we're not doing that.
Yo, that's funny you say that, because when I moved back up here from Florida, people were like, yo, take me over West Side, take me up on the hill. I'm like, what you got on you? They be like, yo, man, that's crazy. I know it ain't.
It ain't crazy. Because when they hit the fan,
you all gonna get booked.
Yeah.
Going to jail.
And I'm getting an extra charge because I'm whipping your ass. Anything that's in the car, I'm going to hit you with it. Something. Like, nah, we ain't playing no games.
So what do you think this mindset comes from is we all in the car. Like, there was a time that we all in the car, right? And I got something. We all get pulled over. I'm going to eat that.
You supposed to. It's yours.
It's mine. I'm going to eat that, right? Now it's like everybody like, nah, we all gonna be quiet. We all gonna be.
No, the fuck you ain't either. See, that's why you gotta watch who the fuck you around.
But then it's so crazy, bro. Like, say, all right, we all cool, and y'all get in a situation like that, and Ron, you don't take your charge, but me, him, and her, no, y'all already done did that. You don't take the charge. Now y'all both gotta fight it. You know what I mean? We know this, but we still hanging. You know what I mean? We're still hanging.
There's one person on this that know for sure. I'm not. No, you're not. No, you're not. I don't want to be around you. I'm not getting in no trouble. We ain't together. Yep. We ain't leaving together. I will walk before I get a ride from you.
So how is this honor code switch?
Ain't no honor.
It's backdoor.
Ain't no honor. You can ask somebody what honor mean, they can't tell you. They can't even give you an example.
They don't know honor. They don't know integrity. They don't know shit. But backdoor slime shit. That's all they know.
And then I know there was a time like somebody go do something, and everybody know he was talking. He can't come back around here, or she can't come back around here. Now they right back posted up with you.
And it's crazy because it's always that one person that still deal with them. And that's what gives them that comfortability. And then also, and I hate to say this, but it be some girls too. A nigga be alright with niggas not dealing with them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if girls still deal with them, they got shit. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm cool. Girls need to start holding on them too.
So that still go back to what you said, Nate, accountability.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't hold our people in the community. We don't hold them to no standard. Like, we gotta hold them to a standard. Like, we look at what we're trying to get to, and I'm saying that's where we're supposed to start from. We're supposed to start at this level, not try to get to a level. We're supposed to already, that should be the base. You know, when you come around, like, if you ain't doing this, and this, why are you around? Like, what's your purpose? And it's sad as you get older, you kind of look at people like, what is your purpose in my life? Because if you don't have no purpose in my life, and you just are.
It's crazy though, because that's true too, but what's the purpose in your life? Because how are we gonna even work, you know what I mean, and together if you ain't got your purpose right?
You don't even know your worth.
You know, yeah, exactly.
You don't even know that you don't even know your worth. You don't even know that you're worth something.
And that's real. That's an old one. You know, I'm gonna put this out. This is an old saying. Like, everybody talk about Harriet Tubman, right?
She know her motherfucking worth.
Yes, she did. But you know what she said that was so powerful? And I always hold on to it. Said she would have freed more slaves if they knew they were slaves. You know, that's such a powerful statement. You can't help people who don't know they need to be helped.
Them slaves that was in the house with the master.
and that's the whole goal with white America, is to make us feel like we aren't what we are. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we messed up. And a lot of people ain't gonna admit that. You don't know no.
We are, like, everybody deals with. So, have y'all ever heard of generational trauma?
Yeah.
Like, that's real. That's something that's real. And people don't understand how my great-great-grandparents had to deal with something, but whatever that issue was, our body adapts.
Even with food.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, the way we eat is generational as well. Everything is generational to the point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
like,
there'd be something I say quick. I ain't never seen my grandma eat that. I ain't never seen my grandma make that. I ain't eating that. And it might be more healthy than what my grandma was cooking.
Yeah.
But just because I ain't never seen it on my table, I'm not going to.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's
because soul food, to be honest with you, ain't healthy at all. All that shit is cholesterol,
but you know the
diabetes, all that shit.
You know what really that stuff came from?
The scraps.
Scraps.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because
you turned that joint into some.
Because to this day,
that was survival.
I still don't know like healthy eating. Like my grandma, like my great grandma got bad health problems. My grandma, she fought cancer and stuff.
Yeah.
And her definition of healthy is getting a sub.
Yeah.
Instead of a salad, she want a sub. Instead of a Pepsi, she want a Coke.
And then I go back to healthcare. You know what I'm saying? Proper healthcare, or the people that's advocating for proper healthcare, because like me, example, I just was told I got high cholesterol, just not high enough for medication. If it do get to the point where I need medication, I'm gonna tell my doctor, send me to a nutritionist. Send me to somebody that's gonna help me with a good diet. I don't need no meds. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what we hear meds and like, okay, it's cool. Nah, hell no, them meds, this is worse than anything.
And it's crazy because the medication, every medication you take got side effects.
Yeah, crazy side effects at that. And then you can't mix certain meds with certain meds. Then they take you back to the drawing board. Well, that ain't work. You ain't gonna be pumping me all these meds. Send me a nutritionist.
You know what? Because I remember my doctor told me about my cholesterol. They gave me all these pills, right? I ain't take none of them pills. Then I go back and talk about, okay, it's looking good now. I'm looking at him like, yeah, it's looking good because I just changed how I was eating.
That's all it is.
And then another thing people don't understand is when you in the streets, you don't get no sleep. Like, people don't understand when you go to sleep, that's when your body heals itself.
This dude on Instagram said, when kids is young, let them sleep. That's why I don't wake my son up for nothing.
Let them, yeah.
Like, let them, because that's their process of growth. And the same with us, we still, might not be as growing as fast as younger kids, but we still rejuvenate and growing. So it's like, rest is everything. Like I was watching fucking Osmosis Jones the other day. Like that's true. You gotta get that rest. You don't get that rest, you just gonna get sick, tired, and disease ridden.
That's what happens. Like when people go to the hospital, that's the first thing they do. They turn them lights out.
Sit you right in there. But this is the kind of stuff like that need like, and that's why I like coming here because can't have a conversation on about the minute somebody that can't articulate or understand, they're gonna crack a joke, and someone else gonna crack a joke. Now it's scary. Just be, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's no
instead of just saying what you talking about, bro. Like help me understand.
It's no seriousness in it, so it's like it'll get right back to a weird ass conversation.
But it's crazy because it is some people that you can sit down and have a conversation with.
And that's why you throw it out there, and whoever you able to talk to, that'll be your little circle.
Like, cause we sit down, we talk about a lot of shit, a lot of different shit, and we can talk for hours, like till like 4 or 5 in the morning, talk like about a lot of shit. It's just the people you talking to. Some people, like I said, some people just got too much pride to say, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand it.
That's why I like.
What is that?
That's like me. I have a thirst for knowledge. Like I don't.
Me too. I ask questions.
Yeah, I need to know.
And I don't understand. I'm not just gonna ask questions. Just be like, oh, all right. Now, what you mean by that? So that do that.
It's crazy. People get annoyed.
Yeah,
you get annoyed all you want. I still need to understand.
I gotta understand.
I don't care.
You can't just give me an answer. I gotta understand the answer. I gotta understand because.
And the thing is, if somebody can't teach it or explain it, they don't know it.
They don't know it.
Yeah.
They just repeating what somebody said. And I think that's what happened a lot now out in the streets.
But I can't. That ain't always true though, because a lot of people don't know how to articulate their words. You know that was Moses' problem. Like he got all the revelations, and that's what he
that's what he
out about. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because he knew everything. He just didn't know how to give it out.
Speak.
Like, and people thought that it was something wrong with him. He said something about his tongue is messed up. He meant that he ain't able to express what need to be said. That's like you said, that's why he got Aaron.
But the thing is, that still people gonna come into your life for purpose.
Exactly. And that's where, like, if I ain't able to articulate, but I know she can, I tell her everything I know. She can do it. You feel what I'm saying? I might not be able to do it. Everybody has different skills. And that's where you gotta link with people that's for the same cause, but have strong points that's surrounding that cause. Because I can't be the forefront of everything in that cause when I know I'm lacking in certain situations. And that's where people gotta understand too. It's hard to be weak in certain areas because I'm gonna make her feel important to continue the cause. If I give her, okay, yo, I can't, I'm not a good speaker. Right. I mean, I know your qualities, you charismatic, boom, can you do this? And I handle all this other stuff. And that's, but a lot of people can't do that.
That's why what I love, when we spoke to those students, whatever, everybody, this group, and I did it when I was coaching. Be great at what you're good at.
For sure.
You know what I mean? If you're good at that, go be great at that. And if it's something
at Dennis Rodman, that nigga would have 20 rebounds with 2 points. And he was cool with that because he knew what was his purpose on that court was. Yeah. Mike the guy. Mike gonna do the scoring. I'm just gonna get the ball and pass it to him. You know what I mean? And that's where people, like you said, be great at what you're good at. But a lot of people, and this is where the transition went out from my generation to the generation under me. A lot of people, everybody wanted to be a hustler, but then nobody had that mind to be a hustler and put strategies together. If you had to work the corner, look out for the police, do that. You know what I mean? Or if we shoot it, like, you know what I mean? But even to put it into a legitimate aspect, like, if I'm the brains, you know what I mean, for operation, like, I know I can't do something, so I gotta give somebody else a role for something else. Like, you gotta know, like you said, you gotta be good at what you great.
You know, in the business world, do you know there's a lot of people that are behind the scenes that actually run stuff and you never know it? You might always see that joker that's always up there. Yeah.
Because certain people just a face.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But that's what they good at.
Yeah, being a face.
That's cool.
You got some people that run countries and they not even the president or the king or something of the country, but they really handle everything. It's that this person right here, you know what I mean? Like look at Joe Biden for this whole time. That nigga he really ain't do nothing. Somebody was behind the scenes. That's why they keep saying it was Kamala doing everything.
And even talked about that.
They had dementia for the last 6 years.
But you know what? Even with her, because that's always.
Motherfucker forgot he was the president.
You know, they don't talk about
Oh my God, the court like Mr. President. All right. Oh. Everybody think he's delayed. That bitch forgot.
That's why, like, y'all register to vote, you a registrar and all that. That's why it's so important to get the generation that's under y'all to understand the power that they have and the power of the voice that they have.
These
So
kids be slow, man. I'm sorry.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so now, see how y'all talk different? Y'all the ones that's going to be in a position to make decisions. Y'all going to be the ones to be able to put policies in.
But I was thinking about something. I remember you said you been going to the prisons. Even when I was locked up, I was thinking of this, and this is kind of like counteracting what's going on because that's why I think it's good for us to focus on the prisons. Reason being, because if you introduce certain topics, certain books, whatever the case may be, in them groups, people will go back to their cell, you know what I mean, call their people up, can I get this book? Ooh, and that'll start the transformation right there. I mean, I hate to say it, but maybe a motherfucker may have to get locked up because they not listening to what we giving them on the street because they got life dealing with them. So they not going to listen. But they're listening to joint though because they got nothing but time. They really, at this point, they want to change. So it's like, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, we kind of like got to use the prison system for that because ain't no, listen, I be out on the block. I be shooting stuff out to people. That's why I be back on Franklin. I be saying certain. I was trying to get people to vote. Everybody, and I'm like, yo, y'all crazy, retarded. But it's like, you know what? You take somebody out of this element, put them, isolate them, give them the right stuff.
They're a whole different person.
They're a whole different person. Look at Malcolm. You feel what I'm saying? My man. Whole time when Malcolm was on the street when he was raised. Mm-hmm. Demon. Menace.
A lot of people don't even know that.
The minute he got booked and got under my man, you know what I mean? So sometimes, and they say men, they change when they're in recluse. I mean, when they're isolated.
So, but guess what? Everybody that's prominent or anybody that was a great speaker spent time alone.
Yeah.
Because you got, and I tell people all the time, especially my kids. Right, exactly. I said, there's a quiet voice that's talking to, but it's never going to yell. So when all this other stuff is going on with life, it ain't going to try to out yell it. But once you know how to calm down and put yourself in a quiet space, it'd be so clear. You'd be like, okay, this time make a move, man. So I'm looking at the clock. What you want to tell everybody? What's your point of inspiration today?
Just utilize self-reflection. You know what I mean? Like, you get in the house, you know what I mean, at night, wake up in the morning, you know what I mean? You use that time to give some type of self-reflection on, you know what I mean, the kind of person you want to become, the kind of habits you want to create, and what you want out of life.
Go ahead, Queen.
Never be scared to ask for help.
Hey, don't be a product of your environment. I think I understand that, man.
You understand it?
What's going on?
What got you to understand?
Life.
You already became a product.
Definitely did. I was once there.
You there to make that change. Going on with all of y'all said, as a coach, I won a lot of games, but after every game, in my mind, I reviewed the entire game to see what my mistakes were.
I was great goal. I already said you can't talk about the one. You gotta talk about what you feel me. What didn't happen. The win, all right. The win, that's a plus.
Yeah.
what you gotta talk about, you feel me? What you miss.
Because at the
Yeah,
end of the
that
day,
happened,
even if you win a championship, it's still another season. You know what I mean?
And you still like that game wasn't perfect, but you still got stuff to work on with that game.
Yep. Every day, and it taught me every day I got to be better. Every day, you know what I mean. No matter the accomplishments or whatever happened, I still got to be better. Cause like I know y'all transitioning, and I'm older. Don't think I don't have those moments where I can go left, right? But then also got to pull myself back. Be like, come on, man, you gonna work too hard to get here, to go left for what? Based off of emotion. And emotion, and everybody know emotions come and go.
Yeah, they momentarily.
Yeah.
Temporary.
So this is episode 5. Hope y'all enjoy it. One more episode to do, then we'll get ready for next season. See y'all.